I moved into other areas that involved reproductive health areas. I've always been interested in women's health issues. And then all of this evolved into what were the ethical issues raised by this. Is always the, particularly when getting involved in women's health, it became clear a major ethical issue was the exclusion of women in clinical trials. And whereas research ethics is often looked at as protecting, we have to protect subjects, I was very interested in making sure they got included. And my first sabbatical, I've taken pretty much all my sabbaticals at the NIH, because I'm really a believer, like I said, of having a real world, reality check. But my first one was just when the AIDS epidemic was moving into women. And the paradigm of the public health experts was, oh, there's a bisexual man and he doesn't tell the wife that he is really with men, and that's how she gets infected. Well, in fact, the paradigm was often that the first person who found out they were infected was the pregnant woman, because that's where very few people were getting tested back then. But women who were being tested when they were pregnant were finding out they were HIV infected, but we weren't treating them because we were afraid to give them AZT, thinking it would be toxic. So we treated pregnant women different than people. If we had just treated them like everybody else, we would have prevented a whole generation of babies being born with HIV. I mean, I think that's really a cautionary tale about how to look at protecting people. So one of the things I worked on was trying to get the regulations changed, because it said that a woman who was pregnant who wanted to be in research, because at the time all these drugs were still being studied as research, needed the permission of the partner, unless they could show that that was not in best interest. Well, I was arguing, and I had done some empirical work to support that there was a big risk of violence and abandonment involving that. Plus, the partner was probably already infected. He had infected her. So why did you need to get the partner's permission in order to allow her to be in the research? This has been going on for many years, and we have made progress on that provision. I mean, I think it kind of gets interpreted loosely when it needs to be by the researchers, but there's still fights going on about whether pregnant women can be part of research. And it's not coming from a bad place, but pregnant women get sick independently of whether they're pregnant or not. And so what are we doing? We're making them all guinea pigs. We don't have it in a controlled study. They're just all guinea pigs because you still have to treat them. I think this is a major research ethics dilemma, and one that I've sort of been involved in for over 20 years, 30 years, and it's like there's not an easy answer. But we made a little bit of progress, and I think that AZT not allowing pregnant women to be in the studies and be given that is a cautionary tale.